Hello friends, myself Professor B.D. Bhoknal, Associate Professor, Botany Department, KTHM College, Nasik. Today's topic is now nucleus. Now today's subject is cell biology and molecular biology. Papers now second. Now within cell organelles, nucleus. Nucleus, the branch of cytology which deals with the study of nucleus, is known as karyogamy. It is most important component of living cell. It controls all the activities of living cell. Hence, it is known as controlling center of a cell. Nucleus was first discovered by Robert Brown in 1831. It is found in all types of cell in plants and animals except prokaryotic and RBCs. Nucleated cells are incapable of growth and division. The nucleus exists in two phases. The phase first, the resting phase, is known as interphase, and second phase, that is dividing phase, is known as mitotic now phase. Morphology of nucleus. Number. According to the number of nuclei present in the cell, these are three types of now nuclei. First, mononucleate cells. These cells contain single nucleus. Example, plant and animal cell. Binucleate cells. These cells contain two nuclei. Example, paramecium and protozoans. Third, polynucleate cells. These cells contain many nuclei. Example, cells of bone marrow, osteoblast, striated muscle fiber, vaucheria, that is from algae, and phycomycete, that is from fungi. The polynucleated cell stage is also commonly known as xenocytic condition. Now, generally within single cell, single nucleus is there, but in now xenocytic condition, many nuclei are present within single cell, and this condition is known as xenocytic now condition. Position within morphology of nucleus. The position in case of living cell is not constant. The position of nucleus depends upon type of cell. Generally, it present at the center of the cell. It may be floating now in the cytoplasm or may be suspended by cytoplasmic strands. During the growth period, it is now displaced from central position. Shape of nucleus is variable. It may be spherical, cuboidal, ovoid, bean shaped, disc shaped, lanceolate, horseshoe shaped, prismatic, or irregular in shape. Shape of nucleus is definite. Example, trilobed nucleus. It is present in the neutrophil cells of the mammals. Irregular nucleus, which is commonly seen in case of leukocytes. Horseshoe shape now the nucleus. It is commonly seen in paramecium. Size. It is now also variable. It depends upon the physiological status of cell. The size of nucleus depends upon the number of chromosomes and quantity of DNA. The more the number of chromosomes, the larger is the size of nucleus. The size is also directly proportional to the cytoplasm. Ultrastructure of nucleus. Ultrastructure of nucleus consists of now following point: nuclear membrane, nucleoplasm, chromatin, and nucleolus. Within ultrastructure of nucleus, within diagram, it consists of now two membrane, outer membrane and inner membrane. Outer membrane which is generally smooth, and outer membrane which is not continuous, it is interrupted due to the presence of now the nuclear pore. Then the inner membrane, it is not smooth, it consists of now the nucleolus, then now the annulus, chromatin fiber, and perinuclear now the space. Ultrastructure of nucleus. The structure of nucleus now encompasses the nuclear membrane, nucleoplasm, chromosome, and nucleolus. The nuclear membrane is a double layer structure that encloses the contents of the nucleus. The outer layer of the membrane is connected to the endoplasmic reticulum. Nuclear membrane. The nuclear membrane is a double layer structure that encloses the contents of the nucleus. The outer layer of the membrane is now connected to the endoplasmic reticulum. Like the cell membrane, the nuclear envelope consists of phospholipid that forms a now lipid biolayer. The envelope helps to maintain the shape of the nucleus and assists in regulating the flow of molecules into and out of the nucleus through the pore that is known as nuclear pore. The nucleus communicates with the remaining of the cells or the cytoplasm through several openings called the nuclear pore. Such nuclear pores are the sites for the exchange of large molecules between the nucleus and cytoplasm. A fluid-filled space or perinuclear space is present between the two layers of now the nuclear membrane. Ultrastructure of now nucleus. Nucleoplasm. Nucleoplasm is a gelatinous substance within the nuclear envelope, also called now karyoplasm. This semi-aqueous material is similar to the cytoplasm and is composed mainly of water with dissolved salt, enzyme, and organic molecules suspended within it. The nucleolus and chromosomes are surrounded by nucleoplasm, which functions to the cushions and protect the contents of the nucleus. Nucleoplasm also supports the nucleus by helping to maintain the shape. Additionally, nucleoplasm provides the medium by which materials such as enzymes and nucleotides can be now transported throughout the nucleus. Substances are exchanged between the cytoplasm and nucleoplasm through now the nuclear pore. Chromosomes. The nucleus is the organelle that houses chromosome. Chromosome consists of DNA which contain hereditary information and instructions for the cell growth and development and reproduction. Chromosomes are present in the form of strings of DNA and histones called chromatin. When a cell is resting, it means it is not dividing. The chromosomes are organized into long elongated structure called as now chromatin. The chromatin is further classified into now heterochromatin and euchromatin based on their function. Functions. Nucleolus. Contained within nucleus is dense membranous less structure composed of RNA and proteins called the nucleolus. Some of the eukaryotic organisms have nucleus that contains up to 4 nuclei. The nucleolus contain nucleolar organizer, which are the parts of chromosome within the gene for ribosome synthesis on them. The nucleolus helps synthesize ribosome by transcribing and assembling ribosomal RNA subunits. These subunits join together to form ribosomes during protein synthesis. The nucleolus disappears when a cell undergoes division and reform after the completion of now the cell division. Functions of nucleus. The nucleus provides a site for genetic transcription that is segregated from the location of translation in the cytoplasm, allowing the levels of gene regulation that are not available to the prokaryotes. The main function of the cell nucleus is to control gene expression and mediate the replication of DNA during the cell cycle. It controls the hereditary characters of an organism. The organelle is also responsible for the protein synthesis, cell division, growth, and differentiation. Storage of hereditary material, the genes in the form of long and thin DNA. Storage of proteins and RNA in the nucleolus. The nucleus is the site for transcription in which messenger RNA are produced for protein synthesis. During the cell division, chromatins are arranged into chromosomes in the nucleus. Production of ribosomes in the nucleolus. Selective transportation of regulatory factors and energy molecule through nuclear now the pore. Ultrastructure of nucleolus. Ultrastructure of nucleolus. Now it consists of perinuclear chromatin, then intranucleolar chromatin, then now the matrix, fibrils, granules, etc. Structure of nucleolus. Structure of nucleolus. In eukaryotic cells, nucleolus has well ordered structure with 4 main ultrastructural components. The components can be further identified as a fibrillar centers. It is the place where the ribosomal proteins are formed. Granular components before ribosomals are formed. These components have ribosomal RNA and that binds to ribosomal proteins. Dense fibrillar components, it has new transcribed RNA which connect to the ribosomal proteins. Nucleolar vacuoles, it is present only in the plant cells. The ultrastructure of nucleolus can be easily visualized through an electron microscope. The arrangement of the nucleolus within the cell can be clearly studied by technique fluorescent recovery after now photo bleaching and fluorescent protein tagging. The nucleolus of several plant species has very high concentration of iron in contrast to the human and animal. Now the nucleolus function. Nucleolus is considered as a brain of nucleus, covering nearly 25% volume of the nucleus. Primarily, it takes part in the production of subunits that unite to form ribosome. Hence, nucleolus plays an important role in the synthesis of proteins and in the production of ribosomes in eukaryotic cells. Now, the difference between nucleus and nucleolus. Now, the difference between nucleus and nucleolus is mentioned below. Now, the nucleus, which is large in size, and nucleolus, which is very smaller in size. Nucleus is bound by nuclear envelope, and now this nucleolus, it has no limiting membrane. Then nucleus, it contains chromosomes, and now the nucleolus, it does not hold any chromosomes. Then nucleus, it is rich in DNA, the genetic material, while the nucleolus, it is rich in RNA. Thank you. That's all.